Welcome back to Lucky Dan Games. This is Lucky Dan. I'm playing Icy. It's a new game. It's an indie game that you can get through Steam. I was given it as a way of checking out a new game and doing a Let's Play for it. So here we are. I know almost nothing about it other than it looks really cold. I like the guy with the glasses. Looks like... Oh, you can be female too. We're not going to be female, we're going to be male. So guy with the glasses, we melee, bow, firearm, scavenge, hunt, explore, stealth, medicine, speechcraft, intimidation. So... Okay, so you can upgrade things. Okay, so you get some basic stats. Body represents the overall fitness of the character, affects the overall HP, how much weight can be carried, and is useful in different situations where a strong and agile body is required to survive. Mind represents how smart, cunning, and clever the character is. It affects experience gained. It's also useful in any situation where a quick mind can be the difference. Word represents the charisma and social attitude of the character. It affects relationships with the party and is useful in any situation where a strong personality is needed. Alright, so as a Let's Player, I think I am above average there. And then we'll take... Well, let's just do this. We'll do 3 and 3 in the mind and 4 in the personality. And then... because we have speechcraft, I will upgrade that. I like to explore in games like Minecraft, so we'll say, oh, explorer. And I want to be kind of like a doctor based on that guy. We may be running out of things to do here shortly. And then we need a weapon of some sort, I'm gonna guess. So let's say firearms. We'll do that a couple times. I've got 3 XP left. Let's up scavenge. There we go. We can explore, we can scavenge. And so let's move on. It has been 2 years since you lost your memory in a freak snowslide incident. Your saviors that day are now your nomad family. Oh, there's an arrow here. Today is a day just like any other. You are out hunting in the forest with your companion and good friend Jerome. And it's loading. You wake up in the woods surrounded by snow and old massive trees. A cold wind is blowing on your face. Your arms and legs are chilled to the bone. You feel a gentle touch on your shoulder. It's Jerome waking you up. Wake up. The bait we set has lured a beast. He smiles and whispers, "Get up. Let's catch it." You feel confused, and the white glowing snow disorients you. But you manage to get on your feet. The old man looks at you with a friendly smile, waiting for your brain to start working again. I'm gonna go with what's up. Look at that majestic deer. Today might be our lucky day. I'm gonna say let's see and we'll be quiet. That seems like the right thing to do. The deer gets closer, lured by the bait you set. It's a large beast and could provide food for several days. I'm gonna take the shot because I have skill in shooting. Oh, it's with an arrow. Okay. Okay, but don't be offended if I prepare an arrow too, Jerome smiles at you. We don't want that beauty getting away. You slowly draw your bow, aiming the arrow at the deer's head. You shoot, slightly missing the target. The animal does not even have time to react. Jerome's shot perfectly pierces the beast's head. Good job, Jerome. Jerome turns to you. Well, it looks like you need a brush up on your skills, pal. Let's go grab our dinner. Jerome puts away his bow and starts walking towards the dying deer. You get closer to the deer. The beast is lying dead in the snow and is large enough to provide food for your family for several days. Well, that's good. Let's head back. He looks up at the sun. It's not even noon. Hector will find some other chores for us to do. You can be sure of that. Tie the deer to a strong pole and head back to the camp. Jerome talks the whole way back, clearly excited by your successful hunt. So far, this game is a lot of reading. Okay, so we have a diary that tells us what we're doing. Okay. Oh, I see. I hit the WASD. That brings up a diary. There's no kind of like intro to tell you what you're doing. Oh, I can see. I can click. What's that dot there take me to? I don't know. You're able to see the tents of your camp from the distance. You follow Jerome, then drop the deer on the ground. Well, are you going to eat deer for dinner? Jerome smiles and puts his hand on your shoulder. Well, well, well. Suddenly, Goran appears behind you. You brought back a week's worth of food. Goran, where are the others? You see Hector coming out of his tent. He doesn't seem to be too well. They're hunting south of here. You know Irma. She can't simply stand doing nothing. I think I took points in doctor if I remember right, so you look sick. I'm fine as he coughs up a bunch. It's just a cold. It won't kill me. It could in this weather. Well, this deer isn't going to chop itself into pieces. Let's get started. Maybe we'll have time for another run. Let me do that. I'm stuck here anyway. My ankle still hurts, so my ability to walk around is still limited. I thought that might have been a bad guy at first. I'm glad he wasn't. Go for another run. Try to get as much food as possible. There's a long road ahead. I don't want to lose time every day hunting. Let's stock up on some food now while we can. Jerome looked at the sun. We have time, so I guess we could go for another run. Let's just be helpful and say I'm ready to go. Just don't fall asleep this time. I'm the old one. I'm the one allowed to randomly go to sleep. Come on, let's go. You take the lead this time. So we got, looks like health, food, fuel, and bullets. In order to start hunting, enter a forest area and press the hunt button in the right corner. You are in a dark area of the forest where the vegetation blocks most of the sunlight. Okay, so I can use my scavenge skill. I'm going to go with this one. I encounter a small pack of wolves. I wonder if I use the gun? I killed some wolves with the guns. All of a sudden you see a wolf coming out of the bushes and running towards one of your companions, who is unaware of the danger. I'm going to shoot the bull. You kill some wolves and take their meat. I got 16 food, it looks like, and fur, so I'm going to take everything. We lost a bullet. We're going to go back to camp. How did I move before? Finally, I need some rest. Take a glance at the camp. Your companions are talking, taking care of dinner. Looks like everyone made it back safely. Goran approaches you. So, how did it go? I don't think it went too bad. Come near the fire. Dinner is almost ready. You will need it for tomorrow. Hector seems to be eager to move as soon as possible in the morning. You take your seat near the fire where the others greet you. Irma, Goran's wife, starts giving plates of cooked meat to the group. Let's all be thankful to our hunters for the meat we're about to eat. Hector coughs after speaking. Will you tell us where we are headed? Not far from here. Tomorrow we will go scavenging in a town nearby. I hope to find something useful for our upcoming travels. No, I mean, where are we going to end up after the long run? Where will we spend the winter? We will travel south, far from any common route. We must get away from the plains. Hector coughs again. The plains are becoming dangerous, and I'm not talking about all the bandit activity. There are rumors and more red horsemen swarming around here. What is a red horseman? What does that mean? I'm tired of traveling without a purpose. We have always stayed in the plains. Why should we travel to unknown lands? Don't worry. It's all snow and cold like here. You won't miss anything special. I don't know who that is. Hey, I don't care what we do. If the plains have become that dangerous, we should probably leave. I won't put my children at risk without reason, and traveling away from any known route is a huge risk, especially when the only thing we know is that we're going south. I think we'll fish for information. There's no need to worry about that. We've already been south of here. Jerome looks at you, and you should remember that is where we found you. And then what? Exactly. It will be a hard winter if we have to spend it walking on the mantle. I don't want to do that. I have 2 children. Hector seems quite annoyed. I already said that the plains are becoming dangerous. You don't want a Red Horseman clan to attack us and enslave the survivors, do you? It is better to walk on the mantle for the entire winter and then face them. The sooner we run away, the safer we will be. I think planning is the way to go. It's only a possibility. Staying in the plains means certain death. That's why we are taking such a risk. Because a possible death is always better than a certain one. Yeah, let's just randomly walk around and hope that everything will go just fine. We can barely breathe right now. We can't rely on luck to survive. We need a plan. Hector now seems quite angry. We're not walking around without a purpose. We're running away from certain death. And I'm sorry if I'm unable to foresee what's coming, but we have more of a chance surviving without a winter shelter than finding one on the plains just to be attacked by the horsemen. Do you think I'm unable to see the risk we're running into? Do you actually think I'm an idiot? We have no... A violent coughing fit chokes out Hector's words. Take it easy, pal. We need you alive, despite what Irma says. Hector waits a moment before speaking again. We are going south because I think it's our best chance at survival. End of discussion. Nothing of importance happens for the rest of the evening. You eventually go to bed and prepare yourself for the next day. You wake up in the morning and hear some voices outside. Hector and the others are preparing the plan for the day. Okay, people, now we will spread out in pairs and search for anything useful in that small town over there, especially be on the lookout for any tools. Irma will stay here with the children and guard our stuff. If anything happens, you scream. I will go with Jerome. Goran will go with Mark. Hector turns to you, and you will go with Dimitra. I hope it won't be a waste of time. Goran puts on his backpack. I'm tired of seeing only empty buildings. I'm going to ask about what we might need. Tools and anything we can sell or use, but I won't complain if you bring back an assault rifle. And what do we know about the area? It's a little ancient town, so there's lots of buildings. I hope to find something. Alright, let's go. Dimitri nods at you. I'll follow your lead. I only have one female voice, people, so you'll have to forgive me. Guess we're going to go to this town and check things out. To start scavenging, enter an area and press the scavenge button in the right corner, which is the little pouch bag. Okay. You start to gather a few things useful. You start to gather the few useful things you find around the village when you spot a little house with a sturdy closed door. I'll use a crowbar. You pry the door open and are able to explore the building. While exploring, you hear something growling. It's a wolf, scared by your presence. I don't have any melee skills, so... But I'm going to give the wolf room to run away. You walk away and wait a while, and then you see the wolf going away. That's good. I found a teddy bear. It's soft and cute. There's some cutlery, soap, more cutlery. We'll take everything. Let's see. It says it's 6 p.m., so we'll head back. For a couple hours, you manage to reach the others at the camp. Goran spots you from a distance, greets you by raising his hand. You can see the sadness on his face. What is going on? That is not easy to say. Goran takes a deep breath. Hector is badly sick. He passed out a few hours ago and is now in his tent, barely able to breathe. How is this possible? He didn't seem that sick. He's a proud bastard. He probably endured as much as he could. You see Jerome coming out from Hector's tent, his face painted with suffering. As far as you know, he and Hector had been good friends for a long time. People gather around Hector's tent as Mark finally asks about him. How is he? In the same moment, Irma comes out of the tent. Jerome sighs. It's over. We couldn't do anything. Oh my God. Why didn't he say anything about his health? You know Hector. He wanted us to get away from the plains, and he didn't want anything to stop us. Goran stays silent for a few moments, and he raises his head and speaks again. I will prepare the body for the funeral. You should go and take a break. People scatter around while Jerome comes near you and sighs again. You two are now alone. I met Hector more than 20 years ago, and yet he said nothing, not to anyone, not to me. He just died, leaving a mess behind. Tomorrow we'll need to vote for our new leader. It will be a mess. Everyone will discuss. I bet Irma will go crazy again, screaming and threatening people. I don't see any point in blaming anyone, so don't worry. We'll get through this mess. We will, as we always do, but it won't be easy. Rough times are ahead of us. I need to be alone. Call me when Goran has finished with the pyre. Jerome walks away and sits alone not far from the camp. I feel this is where we're going to become the leader. After some time, you're called by Dimitra. Everything is ready for the funeral. Everyone gathers around a big stack of wood. After making sure that everyone is there, Goran throws a lit torch on the pyre, which slowly starts to burn, shrouding Hector's body in a dance of bright flames. Jerome has a sad face and says nothing. He just stands in front of the pyre and stays there even after everyone else is gone. You're tired and you proceed to your tent, hoping to get a decent night's sleep. But a terrible scream wakes you up in the middle of the night. You see strange sights through the fabric of your tent, and you hear the noise of clogs stomping the ground. You hear guns firing as well. You are under attack. Great. During the night, your group gets attacked by mysterious bandits. Well, we should defend ourselves as much as we can. That didn't do so well. We got nailed, so we're gonna... You see an enemy running away from the fight. At this point, I'm gonna take a shot at him. I missed. Great. We're gonna flee. I think I just died. You feel weak and aching. You try to crawl on the ground, but with each move, you feel the pain all over your body. You try to stay awake, but soon your willpower weakens and you pass out. After that, there's only darkness, and you don't know how long you stay unconscious. Strange dreams populate your rest, dreams of different places, a different time. You see a shiny tower going towards the sky, technology you've never seen in the White Wasteland, technology belonging to an ancient world which fell apart. During the dream, you hear a familiar voice. It's Jerome, and he's calling you, asking you to wake up. You finally realize you're dreaming, and this sudden consciousness brings you back to the waking world. Hey, wake up. Are you okay? Let's see. What happened? Well, the situation is pretty messed up. Just take a look around you. You look around, the morning sun blinds you at first, then you're able to see that you and your mates are sitting on the ground, tied. You're not the only prisoners, and there are other people that seem to share your condition. Armed bandits are guarding the area, and you can see many tents scattered around. It's difficult to understand how many they are. Running away from them won't be easy. They have guns and everything else they need to keep us in our place. You'll never escape. We tried, but there are too many. They have horses and guns, and if they want us alive, I fear we shall all soon become slaves. I'm gonna be quiet. Sorry, but I'm not becoming anyone's slave. I won't be beaten again just because one of you wants to do something stupid. They beat all of us, Joseph, and what should we do? Just wait here to be sold as slaves? Long story short, we tried to run away during the night. They found us and beat the stuffing out of us. End of the story. We'll have our chance. Unless you have a freaking genius idea, I'd like to not get beaten again either. Screw you, I'd rather die than be a slave. We're leaving. I don't know how, but we're leaving. The stranger smiles slightly. Sure, I'm really curious to see what you will do. A bandit approaches you and starts screaming, Shut up! Shut up, all of you! We're moving now. Prepare yourself. It's gonna be a long walk. You and all the other prisoners start walking with your hands tied along the bandits' caravan. They constantly watch you and you're unable to find a way to break free. Day after day, you become resigned to your destiny. The bandits constantly watch over you and don't even allow you to talk amongst yourself. You barely get to know ones who share your destiny. Carlos and April are a couple, and they were in the same group with Joseph when they got attacked and kidnapped. There's a young girl, Ava. She seems sad and never speaks. The only thing you're really able to discover is that the bandits killed her family. And finally, after walking for several days, through the white plains, something happens. Bad thing is, it doesn't look like it's something good. Not at all. You see 3 people peacefully approaching the bandits. They don't look like common survivors. Even the bandits who assaulted you, despite their good resources, are not that well equipped. Polished and shiny weapons, high-tech equipment. All the bandits look at those 3 people with reverence and awe. You never saw anyone so well equipped walking on the white wasteland. A feminine voice comes from one of those masked soldiers. Proceed with the test and let's move on. We have no time to waste. I'm sure they're good. Some prisoners are young and healthy. They're perfect for your needs. The woman slowly turns to face the bandit and stands still for a few seconds. In an intimidating silence, we'll see. They approach you and the other prisoners start using some medical equipment to take some of your blood. They take a sample from each one of you. They go away, and after some minutes, they come again. The mysterious woman looks at Garan, Irma, and then nods at her 2 companions. We'll take those 2 children and their children. They're the only ones we're interested in. Do what you want with the others. We've no use for them. They walk away, bringing Garan, Irma, and their children with them. Jerome tries to stand up on his feet and protest, but he gets kicked in the stomach and falls on the ground. The mysterious strangers leave, taking your companions with them. While they disappear into the mist, bandits give you the order to get on your feet and start walking. I have no idea what's going on. You're now walking just like any other day, with armed guards all around you. When you hear bandits shouting, you turn to see what's happening. At least 30 horsemen are charging the bandits, quickly descending from the top of a small hill. They're wearing red. They are the Red Horsemen, feared bandits and pillagers. The bandits start shooting at them, but the horsemen rapidly reach your position and start attacking your captors in close combat. Jerome screams before he starts running away. Let's go! Now! You and the other prisoners start running away while the bandits are too busy worrying about their own lives. As you keep running away from your captors, you hear the sound of bullets whizzing past you. One of those bullets hits Joseph in the chest and he falls to the ground. April stops running and kneels by her companion's body. Joseph! Joseph, please stand up! I'm gonna drag her away. While you pull April away from the dead body of her former companion, you hear Carlos' voice. April, run! He's dead! Run! Someone keeps shooting at you, but the bullets pierce snow around you without hitting anyone. You're too far away to be an easy target. You see the entrance of a tunnel ahead of you, and your group starts running towards it. You're getting far enough away from the captors who are busy fighting the horsemen. You take a last look behind you and see no one coming after you. The tunnel is quite long, and after a few minutes you finally see the light and the cold wind coming from the outside. You can see the world map pressing in while traveling around the world. Alright, so we got clear. So, I think that's a pretty good introduction to the beginning of ICY. There will definitely be a follow-up to this, just I don't think I've gotten a good enough feel for this game yet. But if you haven't yet, hit the like button if you actually like this video, and subscribe if you haven't taken the time to subscribe yet. This is definitely a new game for me, and we'll just definitely keep seeing how this goes before seeing if we continue on after this. I'm not against it yet, it's just a lot of reading so far.